Hey, everybody. Just a little bonus 5-minute check-in with me and Pastor Jake Menzel over there. Me being, of course, Nathan Albertson, your humble and obedient host. A little Bookening check-in. Usually you check books out, but now we're checking in with you.
Oh, yeah. We're checking in.
Yeah, we're
Here we are, checking in.
Yeah.
How you doing? Isn't
Hope.
that what you do when you check in with people? You check in to see how they're doing?
Hey, how you doing? That's how a pastor would check in with. So, like, if somebody says, Jake, you really need to check in with Nathan, that means they think I have a drug problem or something like that.
Yeah.
And the best way to figure out whether I have a drug problem is to say, hey, how you doing?
Yeah.
That's like
And then I just read it in your face.
That's what they teach them in pastor school.
Yeah, that's right.
He just says, hey, how you doing? And then a series of micro expressions. And then Jake's like, liar.
You nailed it.
Yep. I've watched him do it, folks. He does it all the time. That's what a pastor does. Now, we are here to talk about the fact that we are still...
I loved when you said a series of micro expressions. You did all kinds of weird face twitches that nobody could see.
Did I really? That's funny. I did not actually do that on purpose. Or maybe I did on some subliminal level. Anyway, folks, we are here to talk about the fact that for a second, it occurred to us not to release Bookening episodes during these trying times.
And then we decided that would be crazy.
Yeah, I mean, it really was a microsecond, probably less than a second. It was, well, should we not do it? No, of course we should do it.
Yeah.
But we did want to very quickly...
Give some explanation in case you're wondering. Yeah.
Because the Bookening is in some ways, light show, at least compared to what the sobering realities of our lives right now. Like, it kind of puts things in perspective. Novels aren't the most important thing in your life right now, probably, when God is calling you to consider matters of life and death and all those sorts of things. Like, where does a show like the Bookening fit in, or does it fit in? That was the question that flitted through our minds, and we decided go ahead and keep releasing the episodes that we'd already recording, and we wanted to talk about why. So, Jake, why?
Well, the first reason is, well, we have the episodes already recorded, so we might as well give them to people.
That's absolutely right.
And, you know, if you're quarantined and holed up, chances are you might have a lot of time on your hands. And we are a normal, regular part of a lot of people's lives, this show is. And we don't want to, I think the fewer disruptions right now, the better. Not everything has to be COVID-19. And in fact, if you got a bunch of kids at home, what are you doing with them? You're probably watching a little bit more movies or TV or something like that than you're used to. Maybe reading some more books than you're used to, and that sort of thing. So now's a great time to catch up on your Bookening book list. And
yeah, maybe you finally actually had time to read one of the books with us, like you're reading Sense and Sensibility right now as we do it.
There's a lot worse things that you could do than hole up and read Sense and Sensibility right now. So we just want to be steady for people and keep some variety coming that's not all COVID-19. It's not trying to distract you from the serious, heavy, weighty things of this world, but it's also just trying to keep you sane and keep you going. Keep you moving.
In between doing the serious, heavy work of repentance and all that sort of thing and pondering, being in the house of mourning right now, you are going to have to do the dishes, and you might want to listen to a podcast while you're doing the dishes or whatever it is for you. Mm-hmm. And we thought it would be better to just provide that. And it's hard to talk about this sort of thing without sounding like we're patting ourselves on the back, but I don't think I'm patting ourselves on the back when I say people have ongoing weekly relationships with podcasts like this. It's kind of like an internet friend that comes into your life, and it, we don't want to take that away from people. Obviously, if we're your replacement for real friends, real relationships, real community, real church, that's bad. And we've talked about that in all kinds of places in the Warhornverse. But if we're just a little supplemental internet friend and one that actually might be a little bit more helpful right now, then...
Hey, we're here for that.
And
we want to be. So long as they allow us to keep coming in and out of the studio, we're going to keep doing work for you guys and trying to be there for you in every way that we can and help you think biblically about literature and pop culture and everything else that we do in all of our Warhorn podcasts.
One final thing, Jake, if there was one book you could recommend that people catch up with from our entire back catalog during...
War and Peace.
That's your quarantine book?
That's the quarantine book. You've got one. It's just one of the two greatest novels ever written.
It's a massive slab of a novel that will transport you to a different time and place, which
for a really long time.
Might be nice to be in a different time and place a little bit of the foreseeable future.
Yeah, and it's about all these shifting dynamics in Europe where everything's in question. Napoleon's invading Russia, and their whole way of life is being threatened, and everything's up and down. And Moscow is going to be sacked and burned, the capital city, and they're going to have to figure out what a new normal is, what life is going to be moving forward, and all that stuff happens, and it's heavy but sweet and hopeful.
But it's such a big novel. There's also humor and vibrancy and balls and
all this
romance
life
and
goes on stuff. Like romance is happening in the middle of it, and
like it turns out you can still connect with the love of your life and get married, during
while crazy
the
things
Napoleonic
are happening,
invasion.
Babies are happening, and
one of the points that he makes that's fascinating in these times is how little the Napoleonic invasions actually affect a lot of what's important about life. I mean, Tolstoy wants to make that point. Like, babies are still being had, food is still being consumed.
Men still fall in love with women, women still fall in love with men, they still get married, they still make babies, they still work, they still, life goes on.
People still gossip. Yeah, it's all that kind of stuff. So, which is...
The rich still find ways to preserve their elite status and their wealth, and
the poor still have little dances in their snowbound cabins.
Yep.
Good stuff. So, yep, I think War and Peace. If War and Peace is just too challenging, then try Anna Karenina. If that's too challenging, then I suppose we'd say Pride and Prejudice or maybe East of Eden.
Yep.
But I think War and Peace is your best bet. So there you go. Love from the Bookening. Stay well. God bless. And we'll be back at you with weekly Bookening. And if we have any, I don't imagine we'll have any more updates, but me and Jake will be back with another update like this if anything needs to be updated.
If they start putting a 24-hour curfew on our town and we're not able to get we're going to keep getting together and podcasting. It's just me and Nathan and Brandon, and we've already spent so much time together leading up to and in the midst of all this stuff that if one of us is sick, we're all sick. So
I mean, there's also, we haven't talked about this, and I don't know what'll happen, but there's things like Skype. There's maybe you'll get some crazy Bookening coronavirus episodes where
it'd be a little lo-fi, but we'll figure it out.
Coming from the bunker kind of thing. That might be fun. So, and Jake just rubbed his eye, by the way, folks. So
it's doomed now.
If he's laid up for the foreseeable future, then I don't want anybody to be surprised by that. But man, it's crazy how much you notice, how much you rub your own eyes, and how much you notice everyone else rubbing their own eyes when something like this happens. That's one of my big insights.
Yeah, it's pretty impossible for bearded people to not touch their face.
Mm-hmm.
Man, do I have a hard time keeping from stroking my prodigious large beard.
Yeah, well, especially when you ponder things as deeply as Jake does.
Well, yeah, I mean, I don't even know that I can vouch for the quality of anything that I'm going to say from here on out, because I have to stop stroking my beard. It's so intimately connected with all of the great, wonderful deep thoughts that I have to offer the world.
I can vouch for the quality. It'll be low. Just kidding. All right. Bye. Stay safe.
Goodbye.
Love you all.